Everybody, and welcome to the Wild Wormhole, and the jankiest video I've done in a long time. But we're gonna roll with it and see what happens. I've tried to record this on my desktop 2 or 3 times, and it hasn't worked. But I recently played in the Firesale frenzy from the Archon's Corner Discord. Big Z came together and said, "Hey, let's get all the 90+ SAS decks from the Firesale that happened at Asmodee. Throw them in a draft. Have players draft the decks and then throw them in a tournament and see what happens with them." So I jumped in and I drafted everybody this guy right here. Tamar, Stomach of the Rabid Market. Great name for a deck. Some solid numbers here: 12, 22, 13, 15. Um, After I did it, I did have a little bit of buyer's remorse, thinking, did I get sucked into this cool little Sins deck that isn't actually good? But I won my first round. I did not record that, but I won my first round. And so I said, you know what? I'll record my second round. I had to play from a Starbucks. So I recorded, said I'll do commentary later, and I immediately regret it because this has been the worst experience trying to get this thing up. So hopefully this works. Hopefully it's entertaining for you guys, because I don't know what I'll do if this fails too. But this right here, Yamker, the captain of the plateaus, is Gorlami's deck. I'm playing Gorlami, great player. You can see in there all the different options and cool things that Gorlami's got going. So we're gonna play, and let's see. I need to kill that. Again, not gonna deny this is one of the weirdest ways I've recorded any game, but here's my face, guys. So here we go. It's very late at night. I'm determined to get this through because, gosh darn it, I'm a content creator. So immediately going in, decided to keep the hand because there's the Archive of the Top 2, Collective Inquiry, with the Logos package, and we're going to see what Gorlami does here. All right, so Gorlami dropping the turn 1 Lord Invidious, which is just not what you want to see on the opposite side. Because I was thinking, get that group think tank down, have some good board control, and here's Lord Invidious ready to steal him, take him away, and so now I've got kind of an awkward turn here. Looking at my options, trying to think through what I could possibly pull off. Yeah, he said, "Give your sins to me." So I'm dropping the Citizen Strix. Thinking, oh, I could Exalt, and then if he steals it, and then I make the terrible mistake of Chant of Hubris, putting that Amber on him, realizing right after this, in my next draw, that I have Axiom of Grisk in the deck, and putting the Amber on Lord Invidious actually makes him harder to kill. So, right off the bat, make a little mistake there, but, yeah. Here we go. So, Gorlami goes into Star Alliance, dropping some significant creatures there. We've got Morpheus, which allows Scout Pete to trigger a couple times. Technical Alien coming down with all the enhancements, the Draw Pip, the Capture Amber Pip. Thinking, oh, this is already bad enough with Invidious at the center. Now we've got a big old Star Alliance board to deal with. So I have to decide what to do here. So looking at the hand, obviously this is not the move. We don't want to give him Wrath. Beat that Sin out there. So I think here I'm going to decide to go with Logos. Again, Eclectic Inquiry, great card. Archiving the top 2. Group Think Tank is a little bit of a liability with Invidious out there, but Lethalogica could open up some possibilities as well. If Lethalogica gets us a creature like an Infomorph, maybe we play Group Think Tank in the middle. So yeah, so Lethalogica Gets me library card. Play that Eclectic Inquiry. Whoa, excuse me. And here we are. Definitely letting Gorlami have a nice Star Alliance turn here. But I love seeing the Mark of Dis because the Mark of Dis could potentially give me another turn where I'm not going to get Lord Invidious. So going back into Star Alliance, getting some great value with those guys. So Red Alert is gone. That's good because again, in his deck, he's got a couple Gateway-ed Discs, a couple Red Alert, and I want to do a lot of capturing and a lot of using of the discs and creatures. So don't mind seeing that hit the discard. All right, so opting to go into Star Alliance because I've got this Axiom of Grisk, and that is a huge Star Alliance board that I have to take care of. I cannot leave that out. I will not be able to catch up. I'm able to pull them off check. Warding the Strix, playing out Quintana, trying to keep up. Somehow still have 5 Amber, matching Gorlami's 5 Amber. Gorlami going into Logos. Knocking off the ward with a nice little damage pip. Mutagenic Serum and the Infomorph Sloppy Lab Work. So now, ultimately, I do think with a couple Dis archives, going into this, and because I've had to watch this back 3 times now without getting a successful upload, I can confidently say that I'm going to market this into Munchling, realizing watching it back, I should have marketed this into Scout Pete because playing out Wrath, I want Wrath to stay on the board with the taunt, and making him go into Scout Pete makes sure that, essentially, not make sure, but pretty confident that Wrath will survive and be able to protect any, like, the daughter or any other sins that come into play. But thinking, oh, Gorlami just played a bunch of logo stuff, maybe Wrath will be fine. But Wrath pops down to protect the Strix, Dark Minion, also coming in. Waking Nightmare, gonna tax the keys, gonna cost him 9. Then gonna Stirring Grave, and ultimately choosing to get old Sloth back. Hoping to get Sloth next to Wrath to protect him, because Sloth is a great little card in the right situation. Gorlami going into Logos because Gorlami has to with the Marketus. Diametric Charge, dropping down, knocking off some shields off of Wrath. And then Infomorph fighting Wrath, and Munchling doing something as well. I wonder if I should pull this up. Wonder if I should pull this up here. Maybe that's better. We're going to see if that's better. This is the jankiest way I think I've ever recorded a video, for the record. Yeah, we'll block this. Go here. Whoa, we don't want that. Oh, sometimes content creation is super fun. Okay. So going back into, going back into Logos here. With the library card out there, getting 3 cards from the library card with a QMX, which is essentially 2 cards. Seems like a pretty good little deal. So we're gonna play the daughter, draw a card, and we get another QMX, which is just great. Infomorph coming down, drawing a card. And honestly, just drawing into that Forge compiler is pretty significant here because Gorlami's about to forge, and I'm making a big board. So even the QMX, even though they're just 1 power guys, where it doesn't seem like a big deal, but this deck does so much with City State interest that forcing them to deal with a ward and kill a QMX for Amber is enough of a just pain in the butt that I like to see it. So yeah, daughter comes down. Not sure what I'm checking there, but yeah, daughter drops down. Oh, thinking about the Lord Invidious. That's what I'm thinking about. Do I not play daughter because Lord Invidious can steal it back, steal the daughter, but ultimately decide the card is worth it. So get those wards. Get warded up. All right. So Gorlami making a decision here. Gorlami at 5 Amber, but facing a pretty big board. Now, I do have Gluttony and Desire in hand for the Sin Shenanigans. Also, City State interest into Ancient Power, which is a really nice little Saurian combo. So Gorlami go at Starlight. Oh, excuse me, guys. Red Alert coming down to knock off the wards. Also, that Red Alert did have a damage pip, knocking that off of one of the daughters, so that one of the daughters is dead. Subject Kirby coming down. Dark Minion coming down from the Dark Kirby, or the Dark Kirby. Subject Kirby. Scout Pete fighting the daughter. And then Mutagenic Serum being popped so that Munchling can also fight the daughter. Discarding Opposition Research, getting Gorlami to 6 Amber and slowing down my efficiency. So now, there's some this stuff in hand with Sloth Archive. There's some Saurian stuff. I can pull them off, check, ward all the guys again with all that Amber. Definitely a couple good options here. With Desire being able to bump that key cost up, can definitely stall out for a turn. At this point, I'm wondering, do I get Gluttony out there to get all that Amber next turn? I'm Ancient Powering if Gluttony stays alive. So if he doesn't have one of the gateways, then I'm in good shape. Or I'm forcing him to play the gateways and wrecking his own board too. So ultimately, opting to go with this because Sloth gives me 3 Amber just by playing 3 this guy's out and not using Dark Minion. So I get to 5 Amber, threatening check, and threatening a pretty big board. Well, sorry, I won't be in check, but a pretty significant board that forces Gorlami to do something about. So Sloth coming down, Desire coming down, Gluttony coming down, Bonesaw, and Dark Minion. And then I'm going to choose not to Reap with Dark Minion because Sloth gives me 1 Amber for each sin if I did not use a creature that turn. So that gives me 3 Amber. putting me at 5 amber, and hoping for a nice, cool turn next. If the Sins stay alive, some pretty nasty stuff can do with Desire and Gluttony and all the fun things. So we'll see what happens. Gorlami going into this. Dark Amber Vault coming down, making a couple of the creatures big. Waking Nightmare coming down, and there's the gateway. So everybody dies. I give 3 amber to Gorlami. Gorlami gives 2 to me, and Gorlami up to 12 amber, ready to get that second key, but taking those 3 chains. I'm able to still forge because I got those 2 amber back. So now I've got 6 cards in hand with 6 Saurian cards, including Faust and City State Interest, allowing me to really increase the cost of that key. Really great hand follow up here. So Saurian Egg comes down. Gladiodontus comes down. Great with Form of Giants. A lot of big boys in this deck. Faust coming down. Have to damage the egg. Not going to exalt. No need to here. City State Interest will do all of that fun. 1 amber on each. Ancient Power warding all of that. So now Gorlami has to forge at 9 amber. So Gorlami is 0 amber going into this final round. So both at 2 keys. Close game here. Morpheus dropping down. Subject Kirby coming down. Dark Anvil drawing cards. Munchling drawing cards. But even with all the drawn cards, no... he's got Munchling dropping down, but... and Anthony dropping down. So, still a good, efficient turn right there. I think going into this is the play here because Gateway to this just knocks off my wards, but wipes Gorlami's board and threatens check. So, Gateway is killing everything. Bonesaw's coming down. Sloth is coming down because I'm not going to use any creatures this round. Sloth is going to give me a free amber at the end of this turn. And then Stirring Grave will get me the amber, but there's no creatures in discard, so there's nothing to do there. Double checking, it's just a Saurian Egg. So, yeah, ending the turn on check at 7 amber. Gorlami going into Logos. Playing the Auto-Encoder, playing Lethalogica. Getting Cronus in there. Sloppy lab work, great with Auto-Encoder. And that's it. So, get game 1 of this match, and I'm gonna hit the end record button there because who knows what's actually gonna happen after that. I've had so many issues with this. Hope you still enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the match. Stay tuned for game 2. It's coming soon. Thanks for watching.